If you've been married for over 25 years, you might as well just stay together, man. Where are you going after that? 25 years of marriage, and you're getting ready to divorce. Is it that bad? Listen, you're going to have to go on the other side of the mansion. You're going to have to go sleep in another room, but we're going to have to find another way to work it out. This is the reason why a lot of people nowadays are staying away from marriage. Marriage used to be a thing. Everybody would be running to the altar. Oh, I couldn't wait to marry my high school sweetheart, love of my life, whatever the case may be. Now, in history, there are way fewer marriages than ever before because it seems like marriages naturally end in divorce. There's no longer till death do us part, unless it gets sinister and one partner kills the other. Damn. Polygamy and his polygamous past and having 9 kids could complicate Akon's divorce battle. Oh, y'all haven't heard? I'm locked up and won't let me out. They won't let. Yep, Akon. Akon is getting divorced. His wife wants a divorce. Well, one of his wives want a divorce. This is the head mistress. You know, the one who was the first one. Yeah. So Akon is no stranger to headlines about his personal life, even though he does try to keep his personal life personal, but it leaks out. So he was born Alayuni Badara Tiam. Yeah, one of those names that I butchered. But anyways, he has openly embraced polygamy over the years. Akon fathered 9 children, and he's been linked to multiple women who have claimed that they are one of his wives. 3 years ago, he confirmed that he has a rather tricky family dynamics. And then 1 year later, musician Amira went as far as to say that she was one of his 4 spouses. Well, she didn't say it exactly, but she alluded to. So now Akon's complicated family world is colliding with the legal system. One of the wives wants to go her separate way. This is the headmistress in charge. This is Tomeka Thiam. She has actually filed for a divorce after nearly 30 years of marriage. I said 25, you got to stay. They are on 28, pushing up 29 years. They are about to celebrate their 29th anniversary, and he gets hit with divorce papers just before the 29th anniversary celebration. I'll give them this. Akon looks young still. He doesn't look like somebody who has been married for 29, 30 years, right? So does she. But they have been. Money. Akon been getting money a long time. He's been living the luxurious life a long, long time. And a little side note here, you got to take care of yourself. They say black don't crack, but black does crack a lot. Black be crack-a-lacking if you don't take care of it. But I guess when you do take care of it, black does not crack. Akon does not smoke. He does not drink. He actually put it in a song back in the day. Don't smoke, don't drink, that's why I don't be at the bar, baby. Anyways, back to this. According to court documents that were obtained by People magazine, the wife filed for a divorce on September 11th, 4 days before they would have celebrated their 29th wedding anniversary. Why she had to do it on my birthday, though? And that is also September 11th, 9/11. You know, damn. Anyways, her reason, she cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split, which means shit done went too far. We can't fix it. There's no reconciling. I don't want to talk to him no more about nothing. He doesn't want to talk to me about anything. We cannot work it out. Just give us some paperwork and let us go on our way after we split up these assets. Yep, and there's a lot of assets to be split. So the paperwork also revealed that they share a 17-year-old daughter named Journey. Hold up. So he been married to this woman for 29 years. And they only have one child together who is 17. Doing the math, 17 years of marriage, 29 years of marriage, 17, their only child, a girl, Journey. But he has 9 children. So he has one child with his wife, and then I don't know how Akon did this because in the United States of America, it's illegal to be married to more than one person at a time. However, where he is from in Senegal, polygamy is actually the order of the day. So I don't know if he's married there to multiple women on paper and then lives according to the American law in America where only one wife is recognized. By law in the US, she's the only wife that will be recognized. So when it's time to split the assets up, the law will not consider all those other women. They'll consider all the other children, but not the other women. Even if they weren't married on paper, she's been together with him long enough to where they'll split the assets anyways. So Thiam requested joint legal custody, but she is also asking for physical custody of their teenager, with Akon receiving visiting rights. Why does it always end like this? The child is in the middle. Now the child got to be split in half like some friggin' assets. You go over here, Monday to Friday, then you're over there. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you're back over here. And then on holidays, you go there. And then this, you go here. Damn. Divorce can be so ugly, especially where children are concerned. Thing about this is, she's 17. She's 1 year away from being liberated by law. 18 years old, you're considered an adult. She can make decisions without either of parents say so. Now, the wifey is also seeking spousal support, and she has asked the courts to deny Akon any financial support from her. That means, Judge, I don't want to give him no money. Please make the paperwork so that I don't have to pay him anything, but I'm going to need some money from him. As far, Akon has not commented publicly about the filings, but people have checked. The paperwork is in the courts. The divorce could become even messier, though, given that Akon's unconventional family life, dynamics, multiple wives, many different children, etc., etc. The Senegal-born artist has repeatedly defended polygamy, pointing to its acceptance in his home country, though U.S. laws do not recognize this practice. So with 9 children, several different women, dividing assets in custody could prove complicated as the proceedings play out. Listen, Akon is no fool. I watched the interview with Akon probably a couple of years ago where he spoke about polygamy, but he also spoke about his assets. I think most of Akon's assets are in Senegal or in Africa, on the continent of Africa, probably spread through many different countries in Africa. Therefore, it's going to be hard to divide his assets according to U.S. laws. And there, I think his assets are well protected as far as the woman goes. So whatever he has in the U.S. is probably what she is going to have to get a piece of. But majority of what he owns is not here in the U.S. So the split comes as a shock to many of his fans who have followed the couple for all these years. Akon and Thiam, they got married back in 1996, years before his rise to international stardom. So when he was going through his shite out in these streets and getting locked up and singing, "I'm locked up, it won't let me out," she was there. Their marriage survived rumors, scrutiny, public embrace of polygamy, embarrassment, all kinds of stuff. But now, just shy of 29 years, it appears she cannot take it anymore. Over the years, Akon has been very outspoken about his personal beliefs when it comes to relationships and family structure and how he thinks that things should be. I remember the Zeze Mel show, the Grammy-nominated artist. Akon, of course, confirmed that he is the father of 9 children and he openly embraced polygamy. And he wasn't shy about it. You know, some people are like, don't ask me about that part of my life. I don't want to speak about it. You know, not him. He was like, yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, when you're a king, you do king things. And he is actually crowned that in his native synagogue. So for me, he said, it looks normal because that's my culture. We didn't go outside of our African culture when we got to Western world. See, the flaw of the Western world made is they created all these rules without putting nature into account. In other words, he's saying one man can't have just one woman. According to nature, the man is supposed to roam. He's going to roam. It's unnatural for a woman to be with multiple men because there's no benefit in it for her, you know, besides knocking her pH balance off because she's taking many different men, becoming a dump for many different men's sperm, et cetera, et cetera. You know how that argument goes already, even though in 2025, it is seen a whole different way. Liberated means a woman can have as many men as she wants to, just like a man can have as many women as he wants to. That's not the debate that we're having in this video right now. We're just talking about how Akon sees things and where he's at with this divorce. So in 2023, musician Amira, which I said before, claimed that she was among Akon's 4 wives, which ignited speculations about his family. The rumor is that Akon went and took on a new wife without the approval of the queen, the first wife. In polygamy, I believe that is how. Somebody correct me. Somebody pull me back if I'm going too far ahead. Let me know in the comments section. Am I correct? Is it so that the first wife is the one who has to approve of all the other wives? Yes, you can have other wives, but she, the mother queen, has to approve. Or is it not so? Can the man just freely pick and bring in another and another and another if he wants to? Because, as far as I'm hearing, that's what the problem is. She did not approve of this woman, and now she wants out. It's either you get rid of her or I go. And it's like, he's not getting rid of her, so she's leaving. So despite the rumors, you know, they maintain that he has focus on just being a father and being a good father. He's not caught up in the hype and the BS that's going on. He says, I'm there for all my 9 kids. And I'm not just there every once in a while kind of dad. You know, it's my responsibility to raise them. And I mean, be there, be responsible, be understanding, and protect their mothers. He actually went on, though, to clarify his role. Like, he says, on a day-to-day, my job ain't to be doing all that extra stuff. And these holidays and recitals and soccer practice and dance classes and all that. That's not my job. While I'm out in the world taking care of all the responsibilities to make sure that the family has a roof over their head, food in their mouth, and live a comfortable lifestyle, if I have the extra time to do all that other stuff, then yes, I show love in that way too. I'll do that. But, you know, I'm an on-the-go kind of person. See, that's another thing that's always been debated. Do you want a guy who goes to work when you go to work, comes home when you come home? He's a 9-to-5er just like you're a 9-to-5er. He's not a serial entrepreneur. He's not somebody who has to go out there and get it. Therefore, you get to see your husband every night. Y'all lay down and say goodnight, and you wake up in the morning, kiss each other when you go off to work, text each other during the day, what's for dinner, babe? They said that when you live that type of life, ladies, you will never achieve the dreams that you thought you were going to have. Like jet setting, flying around the world, going places, doing expensive things, because a 9-to-5 will never provide that. And a man who runs a business or is a serial entrepreneur, he has to be gone. So you got to settle for one or the other, right? Therefore, there's no way a polygamous man with multiple wives and 9 kids, who is also an international superstar, could possibly be the same guy who is there every single day for soccer practice, dance classes, you know, recitals and all that other stuff. It just doesn't make sense. Make that make sense to some people who want to argue about it. It makes sense to me. So he says, communication allows me to be there every day. That's what my FaceTime phone is for. So he links up on the go FaceTime with all his 9 children daily as a practice. Did you check in with your dad today? Did y'all have a conversation today, etc.? Thank God for technology, man, because it actually really works, right? So while his personal life may be going through something, let's talk about the money that they're going to be fighting over if she decides to fight. So Akon's professional empire and his financial standings remain as impressive as ever. Brother got paper, okay? He rich. He rich. Okay, so according to Forbes and Celebrity Net Worth, Akon up to 2024 was net worth was at $50 million. Yeah. And it is said that as of 2025, it could possibly be way more. Even, and mind you, again, this is what they're counting in the US. Because like I said before, a lot of his assets, most of it, I think, is outside of the US. I remember him doing an interview where he was encouraging all Black people to leave the United States of America. He was like, come here for business. Come here to have fun. Come here to do things, but don't plant everything here, which tells me he probably moved all his assets out of the US already. So even without releasing major musical projects over the recent years, Akon continues to cash in big through royalties and a whole bunch of business ventures that he has put money into over the years. Some of them have paid him back nicely. At the height of his career, among the industry top earners, that's where he was. He was pulling down about $20 million a year. His record label, Convict Music, and Con Live Distribution, that helped to launch the career of stars like Lady Gaga, Gwen Stefani, just to name a few. When you think of Akon and you think of music and entertainment, don't just think of rap music. Don't just think of Black music. Don't just think he's a singer, rapper either. He is a mega producer as well who collects royalties on big white records. Yeah, Lady Gaga, Gwen Stefani, and that's just 2. We could go on with a long list of others. And of course, there are also a whole lot of those pop and R&B stars from then till now who has been paying him handsomely. So the rapper producer has also branched out far beyond music. He dabbled in fashion, he invested in diamond mines, and he spearheaded several futuristic tech initiatives. His most ambitious undertaking was the one called Akon City, where he was supposed to build this $6 billion smart city in Senegal. Well, that project, I think, did not happen, or was it delayed? Again, somebody correct me in the comment section. I'm pretty sure last time I checked, it wasn't happening anymore because of issues they were having, logistic issues and all that other type of stuff. Anyways, but that's just to show you how far out and how expansive his entrepreneurial ambitions are. Well, 29 years in, wifey wants out. I don't know. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me, is marriage still worth it? Or should people just live together and live their best life with each other? I mean, if somebody is meant to be with you, they're going to be with you whether you sign that paper or not, right? But does a piece of paper say you are mine forever? Because what I'm seeing is it doesn't work that way. 29 years in, you want out. You might as well stay. You probably don't even have another 29 years of life left. How old is Akon, by the way? I don't even know. Because, he takes good care of himself. He looks like he's 29 already. Okay, I might be putting it on a little bit there. But Again, he doesn't look old enough to be married for 29, 30 years. I don't know. You leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.